back to the Ascendant Lands. Last time we left off, you guys had managed to broker a deal with Gel for the rare price of 2 dragon eggs and the um, Death of Bale. You'll be able to get your book of dastardly secrets that the many priests of Bane have pulled together over the years. And you've agreed, well, Gail has agreed to give Bale the information at a pool of Eldath, a very rare body of water that is rumored to give, or storied to give, many benefits, health benefits to the people who bathe in the water. Gail has agreed to give that information to Bale in 7 days' time, giving you the opportunity to get there first and potentially prepare accordingly. Last time we left off in the session, you guys were playing a entertaining game of tag where you're all taking it in turns to be on offense or defense, with Talari on the defensive side, to practice your comings and goings and your overall interconnectedness with each other.
Team building exercises.
Team building exercises for the win. So we carry on from those team building exercises. It is probably by the time you feel like you've done enough for the day, it's probably late afternoon and beginning to early evening. What would you like to do?
Oh, that was intensive. We're gonna have to do that every single time.
Yes.
Come on, Talari, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, it's pretty. Normally I don't move around that much. You see, like normally I like to
This is
stay
why we're
put.
practicing.
Maybe
Because
that's
if a
bit
bloody
of the
great
problem.
demon is chasing you, Talari, you're really gonna want to run.
Yes, I suppose so. I'm just not used to it.
This is why we're practicing.
Oh man, maybe I should
Yeah,
practice riding on the dragon or something.
Better us than the enemy, let's say that much.
I mean, if I was like on the dragon, at least I could heal from the sky, right? Like that.
Yeah, but it's
Don't you have a broom?
Yes, I do.
broom
Yes,
thing.
I
Use
forgot about
that.
the broom. It's been a while. Yes.
You literally just bought it like
That's-
only a few days
That's
ago.
why she's forgotten about it.
Yeah, and to be fair, I did practice sort of healing while I was on that as well. So yeah,
You did.
yeah, I do have that. Good. Thank you for remembering.
I mean, it's, wasn't too long ago. I feel like we were just practicing as teammates, so
Well, we've had a lot of information recently. I kind of fell to the wayside.
this is why the dream journal is very helpful.
Aren't you only supposed to write dreams on that?
Yeah, I know, but it also is really good as a little notebook, to be honest.
That's not really a dream
Doesn't
journal.
that just make it a regular journal?
I don't fucking know. This is the first time I've had to write down anything, so
True. We haven't really had any sort of dreams recently, which is quite handy. Those were quite annoying to have.
that's a
Dream
bit of
gods
a pain.
just stroll in, do whatever they like, and bugger off again.
Maybe we're maybe because we're wait, have we had one in this house? I don't think we've had one in this house.
Have we had one in this house?
I don't think I've had one in this house.
I don't think I've had one in this house.
Maybe okay.
Oh no, that's gonna be a problem.
Maybe
So wait,
maybe this
you
house
know
is sort of
Krusk
helping us kind of avoid them
Wait.
finding us. Maybe.
Yeah, but what if we
Matt,
want to ask
OC, I've had
questions?
one in this house, haven't I?
I personally don't remember either.
A god communication?
When was the Bane
Nadia
one?
keeps going and dividing. Well, no, the Bane one wasn't in the house. That's before we got the house.
Yeah.
But Nadia
right.
keeps going and demanding answers out of Sylvanas, and I'm pretty certain I've had some while we've been in the house.
Probably.
It would be really nice if we could have them in the house because, if me or Krusk want to ask any guidance from Bahamut.
Well, maybe it's like you if you
They have to be
instigate.
invited in.
Maybe you have to instigate like to them. Like they can't call you, but you can call them. But you know where they are. They don't know where you are.
That's weird. Okay.
I like that idea.
That sounds strange.
Finally,
like
a benefit to
like-
this thing.
private calling. That's strange.
Yeah, that's because I think the last Sylvana stream was when you were heading to the ancient temple of Bahamut.
Thought I'd
And
hit
you
him up
was
for answers after that. No, because I hit him up for answers about whether he'd accidentally paladined me, and he was like, "Sorry, bud, wasn't me."
yeah. So you definitely had to, at least you definitely had the house by that time. So yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
definitely. So yeah, you in Sylvanas, but to be fair, Sylvanas is a unique. It's not like a invasive.
No, I do keep
dream.
inviting him in. Yeah. Which case, Nadia would say, "Yeah, I've talked to Sylvanas in this house."
Okay, great.
So
Maybe
I
'cause
would
you're
presume
like-
you could talk to Bahamut in this house.
Yeah, maybe because you're bonded to that one already, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, I'll try tonight probably. Maybe.
Is this thing on? Hello, Bahamut. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
it's like we had a wall of fire around the place, and they just somehow know to get through that wall of fire.
A wall of fire around the house.
Yeah.
Like, okay, for one thing, I don't want any walls of fire around anywhere I'm sleeping in.
Too hot.
That's true. Yeah, but it's a
Yeah,
good
let's go with
protection.
that. Too hot.
What? It would be too hot.
Yeah, definitely. It would be far too hot. It would set you on fire. That's the
Oh,
trouble.
it'd be magical fire,
uncomfortable.
magical fire.
The magical fire is still hot.
Well, it depends how the magic makes the fire, I guess.
Wait, are you saying that magical fire isn't hot?
Oh,
Magical
the
fire is
fuck does that
definitely
work?
hot.
maybe you can make it so that you're near it's not hot to your friends.
What?
I don't know. I've kind of
Fucking
lost this train. I've lost this train of thought. I forgot what I was trying to say.
I'm pretty certain that isn't a thing. Like, if a wizard makes fire, it's hot fire.
Who
And it
knows?
burns you.
We'd have to
It's the
ask.
same.
Have to ask Arg, I suppose. That seems to be more his wheelhouse.
I'm not sure if I care enough.
What if it's possible to make fire that knows
About
who your
magic
friends are and
generally,
doesn't burn them?
yeah, it's a confusing thing to
Well,
me.
it would be
All I need
useful
to know.
know.
Would it?
Oh yeah,
feel
for
like
the
you would-
mages.
Yeah,
If
but
they knew how to do that, we wouldn't have to worry about getting set on fire by them.
that's true. That's true. But I specifically don't need to know. All I need to know is
Well,
that
you're not a mage.
my fists do things, and that's about it.
Maybe you could make your fists not set people on fire if you liked them.
I'm pretty sure, looking down at the scales, I'm pretty sure I can choose what it does, but I can't choose it not hurting someone.
Maybe the magic is like,
But
well,
I
you're
feel
punching
like
them in the
that's-
face, you probably want to injure
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's always how my fists worked. If I'm punching someone,
pull
I
your
can't
blows,
not
can't
hurt
you?
them while I'm. No, that's no.
I mean, you could
Maybe you can.
fist bump them, I suppose. That's like hitting them with your fist and not
That's
hurting
like punching them, but not really.
But
Yeah.
I'm not punching them, am I? I'm fist bumping them.
Well, it's
That's
the
point
same.
I'm
It's the same
making.
motion, but with different force.
But I'm not punching them.
It's the same motion. It's right.
But my intent
It's just
is
this,
not
but
to punch
faster.
them.
It's this, but faster.
I think it's the intent thing.
Oh.
If
Okay.
you were punching somebody but not intending to hurt them, could you even activate the the scaly thing?
I have absolutely no idea. Who wants to test that theory?
No
Well,
thanks.
you said you won't hit me, so I can't.
I was
Uh,
speaking to the dummies. Pointing at the Aloysius
Well, if you
dummies
get
and-
a reply from any of them, you let me know, and I'm gonna heat them right out.
It was a rhetorical question. I'm just going to go gently fist bump, punch, fist bump, whatever hybrid we're talking about here. In a second. If Matt, dearest Matt DM, if I'm just like a really limp punch, I'm not trying to hurt it. Can I activate my
It's-
scales knuckles?
It is all about intent. So if you
Yeah.
intend to hurt them, then that's where you flare your knuckles to
My knuckles, yeah.
do
okay.
damage.
So I just
But it's like a modifier of 0, right? So it's
yeah.
like
Okay, just nothing. Nothing happens.
The what?
Okay. No. So
good to know. I
definitely intent based.
Good to know.
suppose. Good to know.
Just to be clear, if I'm beating the shit out of a lot of things around me and you get in the way, I won't be able to necessarily pull a punch away from you. Just saying.
Also good to know.
If you deck me in the middle of a fight, I won't take it personally.
Good. And neither will I.
I mean, I do try to avoid hitting my ally.
Well, yes, no, I try to avoid hitting all of you too. I'm just saying, if someone gets in the way and it's an
Generally poor
accident,
form.
then, accidents happen. It's fine.
Anyway, are we gonna set off today or tomorrow?
When are we leaving?
Oh, right.
I mean, it's not. Even if we got a couple of hours in, it kind of doesn't matter because we've got the house, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Um,
guess, I suppose we could, now that we know what our plan is, to set up an ambush, we could go out for supplies and with that in mind, traps and what have you. It's
Matt,
not.
can we have the map for a second?
Yeah.
Just want to check something. Whoever's got the map, can I just take a quick look at the map?
Whoosh.
There you are.
That's great, thank you.
Go to the map
So-
room. Diddle.
Yeah, should have a map room.
So basically, there are no cities between here and Port of Eldath. It will basically be get to Port of Eldath, that would be it, right?
Yes,
Yep,
unless we took a
looks like it.
detour. Yes.
Unless there's any of those trading posts, but there doesn't look like there are.
Right. Okay.
Why? What were you hoping to get in a town on the way there?
Okay, I think we're all in agreement. This creature, this demon, is fairly high on the pay grade level of adventurers to fight. Right? We're
Do I
saying
need to
this.
get the demon book out?
No, you don't need to
Okay.
get the demon book out. We're all fair to say. Krusk, right? Thoradin, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, I feel like, not saying that we will, but I feel like the risk of death is high.
It's always
And
Yes,
yeah,
true.
well, I feel like in
No.
this case it's also particularly high.
I don't know. I mean,
And
the last demon fight we had was pretty dangerous.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I thought we were going to die in that fight, so I'm kind of zen about the whole thing now.
Wow, Krusk. Didn't have faith. I had total faith in everyone in that
that's
fight.
a lot of
I have to admit,
confidence
Thoradin,
now.
I thought we were going to see each other in the afterlife. In that fight.
We've always got backups, diamonds, right?
I mean, that's assuming
Yeah.
that I don't
Fine.
die, Thoradin. I
That's-
need to be
that's
the one
also
alive to use the
assuming-
diamonds.
So also assuming that Talari has enough energy and stamina left to be able to resurrect someone or
Yeah.
revive someone or
If-
whatever.
if it's a
Also
particularly-
assuming she gets to us in time.
There is that. I mean, if it is a particularly long fight, I may, not, and you all die, I may have to choose because so only so many magical resources that I have available to me.
Look, and the point is, let's of trying to avoid complete discussions of death.
Brought it up.
I know I brought it up. I'm just trying to brush over the point now. The letter I got the other day was from my father, my actual biological. Would she use that word? My actual blood father. And how do I say this? I don't want to run out of time and regret and die with regret. Does anyone follow what I'm getting at here?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, you
Right,
just
so
how
you don't
how
want to die, basically.
well, no, I can accept death for a cause. What I can't accept is dying and maybe not of meeting them, or at least trying to meet them.
Do you know where they're based or where they are?
I'm pretty sure they're from Savrospol.
Just
Pretty
looking.
sure.
She
He's
looks at.
still-
She said, "Or just looks at the map."
Still alive? Do you want to go talk to him maybe before we do anything drastic?
I'd like to try, but
It's quite far.
Where is it?
my thinking was paying to teleport.
But that would be requiring us to Krusk to have the circle for
No,
Cypress
as
Bowl.
in paying
Paying
for the
somebody.
service.
Oh, I see.
Well,
I
Krusk
think
isn't
someone's
the
done
only
it in the
person who
past.
can teleport.
if I come with you, then you can go in future as many times as you like.
Well, I don't think we need everyone. Well, it would be nice to have maybe one or two backup, but I just I can't go knowing I could have seen their face before I die. And yes, we've survived worse. Well, no, we haven't survived worse. Yes, we've survived terrible things before, but I just feel like I should take the opportunity while I can. Now,
Why?
I know we only have 7 days, possibly. But if we're talking about preparing and perhaps getting some supplies beforehand, if some people can get those supplies, well, maybe just Krusk if comes with me to Southwest Bowl. He can add his little teleportation circle journal, whatever thing, and I can I can talk, meet, or whatever.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. It's best not to live with regrets.
I think it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I think you don't want to go into this final fight wishing you had done something different.
I also
Matt, how
don't think I
long?
want to be
Remind me how long it.
distracted.
Matt, remind me how long we thought it would take us to get down to the pool.
But
can't
it
remember.
would be close to 7 days because it's a basically 4-day trip, arriving on the end of the 4th day to the port of Eldath, and then although it's shorter distance, it's trickier for horse and cart, so you're likely more
Tricky.
either
Yeah.
on foot, or
Okay, fair enough.
so
I
it's
thought it
closer
was
to
less
7
than
days.
that because we gave ourselves a couple of days leeway, didn't we?
Sorry, keep crying. Quick.
Well, you have the 7 days, so then on the 7th day, Gale will tell Bale
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the
it.
location,
Right,
and
got it.
then you hope Bale takes
A day or
as
two.
long as because it was basically the same amount of time, give or take, for both of you. If you assumed Bale could be as quick as you on the same journey, they would be taking.
Yeah.
But we wanted to be in place before he set out. That was it.
Basically, yeah, that was it. Yeah.
There is potential leeway.
Yeah, we've got that wiggle room because we put the wiggle room in case something happened on the way to the port, especially or what have you, or even
Yeah.
to the thing.
Got to wait for Arthur to get back.
Yeah, because yeah, it makes sense though, because then if Desi and Krusk teleport away, then at least that leaves us three. I mean, not Talari's going to be of no use to figure out what she needs for an ambush. But I would have thought between
have left Nadia and Thoradin behind to plan the
Pretty much.
plan the tactics.
Yeah.
Between the two of them, they might be able to hammer something.
Well, this is it. Yeah. Exactly. Well, then there's Thoradin the type to even do an ambush. Is Thoradin an ambush? Experience?
No, he's a run in the front line in your face. He's been on some heists before where there's strategy involved, though. I'm sure I could come up with something.
He's probably at least been on the receiving end of at least one ambush. So
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I mean, like, while Arthur's away, we could sort of OC try and figure it out, I guess. What kind of?
Depends
I mean, I suppose a lot of things would be available from
For an
Helm.
ambush, is this?
Yeah, like what kind of things would we need for an ambush?
Explosives? Like we could set like a trap and then like ignite it.
Yeah, I
To
suppose.
say, right? Well, OC, that's a perfectly good idea. Really, would you trust this fucking party with explosives? I wouldn't trust this lot with a fucking water pistol, man.
Yeah, there is that. Yeah.
I never said it was a good idea. It's just an idea.
Actually, this is the point, actually, because explosives are generally fire damage, right?
I mean, I
is he?
just have to say, the amount of times we've been in a fight and I see like a bunch of enemies, I'm like, oh god, I just wish I had a grenade.
Oh yeah, 100%. But I think the problem is, I think.
Sarah, you are the grenade.
Yeah, you have fireball, right? And like immolation and stuff. But
That's
those
true,
are
I do,
basically
yeah,
grenades.
yeah.
Oh, the grenade!
That's
He
true.
he is the thing is he's immune to fire, so I don't even think grenades are even gonna.
I mean, I can actually change my elemental spell types to anything.
Sure, but I'm
So-
talking about from a trap
Point.
perspective, right? Like we
So-
can't fire
Oh.
traps are
Yeah.
useless.
Gotcha, yeah.
Also, like, what? It's less like planning something that will like damage them, making sure they don't slip past us, making sure that they're noticed. Like, if we can like either entrap them or like damage them, that's like a bonus.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think restraint
But
is
being
the best.
able to funnel them, and
Yeah.
bearing in mind that there is only 5 of us.
Yeah, funneling's gonna be difficult in the middle of a forest. Like unless there's some natural like obstructions, I don't know how that's gonna
the
be.
thing.
You know.
And also making sure they don't know we're there
Yeah.
until we've got them, basically, because if
Oh,
they
we should have kept that hut. That hut would have been
If-
perfect for that.
they decide discretion is the better part of valor, well, that's all well and good until someone's got detect magic suddenly. And they're like, "Oh, there's a really
True.
great hut over there."
But then
I'm
if it's a
gonna hunt
magical,
them."
it's a magical spring, so they of course they'd
Well,
sense
that is
magic.
true.
But again, I don't
That
think
is
we
true.
have that ring anymore because we sold it because we got the house. Unless someone
we
else
do
has
have
it.
it, didn't we?
Does anyone have it? I don't think anyone does.
Thoradin's still got it. I don't think you have sold it.
Don't think he did get rid of it. I think we kept it.
No,
as a
I've still got
backup.
it.
You still
Unless
got it.
Thoradin
about it.
pawned- Unless
Yeah.
Thoradin got rid of it on the sly for
No,
his
no.
his slush fund.
No, I mean I mean that sounds like a good method of at least like springing ourselves, you know, like hiding in
We
plain.
won't be
You know.
able to use the house while we're there.
No, not the house, but I'm talking about the hut.
No, that's why
that
I'm
dome.
saying we will have to use the hut because we won't be able to use the house while we're there.
Yeah. But the good thing with the hut is you can see your surroundings,
We can see out, yeah.
which is good, and they can't see us. And like as I said, you know, if they try to detect magic, well, they'll just detect the magic of the water, assuming it's real. But actually, it's funny because even if it's not real, they'll sense magic and think it is
I
real.
think it is more real.
So
yeah,
it actually work out quite well.
But we have Arthur back.
Now, Desi, now I have no issue with you doing this. But I would like to make a request that you do this maybe once we reach the port of Eldath. The reason I say so is if we come across, I mean, now we have some leeway, obviously, but if we come across any difficulties in the port of Eldath and you get delayed, this could potentially cause problems. If we're already all the way to the point of Eldath and we haven't had, and we're still on time,
There's another option.
then you've definitely, we know that we've got that space.
There's another option.
Because
You-
if you're away for too long and we run into issues, we will die because we won't be able to ambush Bale.
Nadia, what were you going to say?
You teleport to Savrisbol and then to the port of Eldath. You have 4 days. We take the horse and cart the long way round. Well,
Depends on how, I mean,
the walking way round. It won't be
Yeah.
a long way round.
I suppose the question there is how much it costs to teleport
I can afford it, I think.
twice.
How much did it cost you last time?
I don't know because I've always think
Yeah, how much did it cost me last time? Something like 200 gold, Matt?
Yeah, I wonder as well.
it's per person. Is it per?
Wasn't it-
I can't remember if it was
It
per
was
person.
It was per person.
Right.
I think I remember I just paid for the whole thing and then they took as many people as they could fit.
I have
Uh,
1200 gold, so I think I'm
Should
okay.
be
For you and
alright.
Krusk, it should be. Yeah, it should be all right. I mean, the problem with that theory, though, Nadia, is if we do run into problems, we have diminished numbers. That's the only problem.
It's either that
We do,
Or-
but
I
Um,
have a day. And
this
we
gives
don't leave for the day.
Deszeldmiir 4 days. She doesn't need to worry and rush. We're gonna be traveling down like a well-travelled road. Yeah, okay, we've been ambushed by bandits and this, that, and the other. But between the 3 of us, we can almost certainly get ourselves out of a scrape.
No, Thoradin, Krusk, what do you think?
Oh, I mean, splitting up leaves us liable to being ambushed ourselves, but you know,
We're going to be sticking to major. Oh, I guess you guys will be alone for the travel down.
For 4 days,
We-
yes.
yeah, we got to keep low, take no risks, really.
I mean, does Desi need more than like a day to?
I was
Because we
going
could,
to
we could
say,
we could go like right now and come back this evening.
well, that's the other thought. Like, I could leave right now.
Well, I
have
mean,
a
we
quick
could just say you can
conversation
come
and
back
come
in.
back.
You can come back here in the morning. There's no point going there for a few hours, unless you feel your meeting has run its course and you wish to. But we can certainly wait until morning before we leave.
Yeah, I mean, what time is it now, DM Us General? It's afternoon, evening?
Heading to evening, so you're looking at 4:30, 5
Okay.
p.m.
So basically, I would go in evening, ask about the Oristinas, find a house, knock on a door, have a long conversation, sleep there for the night, and then say bye. Oh, yeah. One evening might be just a little bit too much, but it might be the right amount, if you get what I mean.
I mean, it certainly adds you some
It's up to you.
wiggle room, as it were. If you feel that you've had after your conversation, you want to return straight away, then that's fine.
I mean, Krusk, do you need anything if we were to go now?
No, I'm good, and I have no money anyway, so yeah,
You need,
I'll just come with you.
you need to book the slot, don't you?
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
need to book
Do
a
you need
return
You
do you
need
need
to-
to book if you pay to
Well,
just go?
you need to. Last
I've-
time I found somebody to do it. It's not the bank that does it. You need to find somebody who can do the spell and pay them to do the spell.
Oh,
Presumably
right,
they've got
right.
to book a thing.
Banks must move gold around. I bet they could put us in touch at least with someone.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay,
As
so
in,
basically go
yeah.
to the bank, find out what the slots are.
Yeah.
Hopefully the bank's still open at whatever time it is in the evening.
Well, I can teleport us back actually.
Yeah.
So we only need like a one way.
When are you coming back then?
Just whenever. Whenever Desi wants.
Probably in the morning.
Well, you're gonna have to book a slot, aren't you?
I have to, but I mean worst case scenario, we could just turn up and pay the fine.
Yeah, no, I think I'd rather avoid the fine and
Yeah.
freaking a bunch of people out. So we'll discuss when we're there.
Yeah.
How much was the fine?
When, if you don't turn up, should we start to worry? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, right. Like
When are you coming back?
tomorrow, I think is reasonable.
There's quite a
Uh,
lot of tomorrow to go around.
I mean, look, I don't know how this conversation will go. I might have more questions about things that happened. I might have less questions, and I might just need a small amount of time. But the minute I book a slot with the bank, I will be able to tell you exactly when we should be coming back.
You won't be able
Nadia.
to contact us from there, will you?
Well, we all have to leave at the same time with the house. I'm saying I have to book with this current bank that we're currently near
Oh,
a
before
slot
you
to
know how
come
much
back
time you'll
before
have.
I know how much time I'm going to be back.
Right.
Sorry, I missed the last bit, but we're coming back tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Well,
but
this-
we have to book a slot with the bank that we're going to maybe contact
I
and talk to.
Okay.
thought
got
you were gonna go and then find out how much time you wanted, and then book a slot when you were at the other end and come back.
I think it's better to book it in advance because someone might take our slot otherwise.
Yeah, no, I'll just book it in. I'll just book
Right.
a slot.
Makes
Okay,
sense.
fine, fair enough.
Makes
Uh,
sense.
If I draw a circle, how long is it? Literally, it just immediately goes away, or does it like hang around for a bit?
No, it goes. It's for the duration of the spell.
Oh, okay. So 1 minute then.
Unless it's
Yeah.
a permanent one, of course.
Yeah, let's say a permanent one unless you want to sit there for a year.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
just wondering if I could throw up like a temporary one, but no, I can't. That's fine.
Temporary one.
That's why you need the rug, man.
Portal. Enjoy.
You know, we should consider buying a portable. If someone's already made it, we could buy like a portable rug, and then we could always teleport around.
Yeah, we could.
What were you going to say? Portal gun.
Very good. All right, that makes sense. That's all right for me.
Yep.
I hope your
Yeah, fair enough.
I hope your journey gives you everything you need it to.
So do I.
Does anyone
Don't
else
say
have
they
any?
still recognise you.
Does there anyone any other loose ends anyone else wants to tie up or anything else anyone wants to do?
Mm.
We must
Particularly in Mistra or Azuf, since I can go there.
Yeah. Yeah, but you'll be going with Desi.
not if you're
Krusk.
going with Deszeldmiir.
I can ping around. I've got spells to cast.
I suppose so. Yes, that's true. I guess.
Just go. Let's not
Krusk,
complicate things anymore. This
Yeah.
is
Also, I
I
think-
think I would like some, some friend support if that's okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd want me to like wait outside or something, but yeah, if you're
No,
happy
I
to
think
go.
I need someone there.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure how I'm going to react. I
Okay.
can explain later. But I need someone there.
Yeah, Dad. No problem. I'm on it. I thought I'd be made to wait outside.
No, Krusk, you're more important to me than that.
That's good, happy.
Immediately
Okay.
feeling that there's a possible hug, she's going to slowly back away.
Slowly put my arms
Oh,
around
it was
you.
me that edging away slowly. like,
Realizing
missed
that he's
messages.
full armored as well, is just knowing what it's like, is just going to gently back up a bit.
Just put my arms back down.
Just next time when the armor's off, you're back in common clothes. Hugs are great, but with the armor on, it's just a bit pinchy. It's not okay.
I understand.
Right, let's get out of here. Go to the bank. We can find out when you're coming back. We can. I'm guessing you're gonna want to use the house tonight. Looking at Talari.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Take the two of you off the house for tonight.
Yes.
Okay, let's to the bank. So, you'll decamp from your interdimensional home, make your way into the center of the city. Probably about a half hour or so has passed. So it's about 5:30 or so in the evening. And the bank is open, but only for a short bit longer. You go in, and what are you trying to do?
Hi, bank teller.
Hello.
A couple things.
How you doing?
Good, thank you. I need to teleport to Savras Bowl and then teleport back here tomorrow morning, late morning, maybe. Can I
Okay.
book in a slot now?
We're not really the booking kind, We're the arrive and bugger off kind, or handle your money kind. You're probably best off talking to either a person who can talk to the people who sort out those circles.
Where would one find those people?
Probably an inn. Probably, I don't know. Ask around. There's probably someone who's teleporting somewhere.
Great. Thank
About
you.
about the return slot, we can book that with you, right? If we know when we're coming back.
Are you the one who casts the magic?
Yeah, I can get us back. I just can't get us there.
Then use your booking stone.
I'll
And,
take out my booking stone, which I forgot I
uh,
had.
Chris,
And,
if you knew how this worked, why would you let me go up to a bank teller and ask this question?
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been thinking of names for my elephant, and I've been distracted recently.
Right.
Can I book a return slot for tomorrow?
Sure. How early are you trying to book it? Because there's 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m.
I think 11 a.m. is nice. Gives us a bit
I
of a
was
lie
going
in.
to say, I think Desi would be looking for 11 a.m. She kind of.
There's
will
later
sit
in the
there
day
quite a
there's
lot.
later in the day as well. So that's just the morning slots that are available. There's also 1 p.m., to 20 p.m.,
And
5 p.m.
1 p.m. We can get some lunch just before we come back.
Sure, why not? Is this place known for anything?
I have
Um,
no idea.
Okay,
So,
fine.
so
Yep.
Savros is the god of divination.
Ooh, okay. It could be worth going around town a bit then.
Maybe they can tell us what to look out for with Bale. You never know.
You don't have access to Thoradin's bank card, do you? In case we find something
Don't.
interesting.
I
there?
mean, depending on how much someone charges us to get there, I should be okay.
I was more thinking if we find a cool divination thing and we can just charge it to Thoradin. That's fine.
Something like that way.
I'm sure I could make some trades. I have a couple of things.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. The what was it? The 1 p.m. slot. Are we going for?
1 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be great. Oh, and I'm just going to go check this thing over here. I'll be right back.
She's very distracted today, I've noticed.
Maybe he's also thinking of names for the elephant.
Maybe she found
I
some.
don't think somehow I don't think the elephant is at the top of our priority list.
You never know. It's at the top of my list.
Just a suspicion. Yeah, I'm sure it is at the top of your list, Krusk.
I'm surprised you haven't found a name for the elephant yet. We've had that. How long have you had that elephant for?
You know what? I think the problem is I need to see him. To, like, you know, City, I saw City. Tamarand, I
like,
saw Tamarand.
That's definitely a city.
Yeah. So I think when I see the elephant, I'll know.
See, but you know, you're going to most likely use the elephant in the middle of combat. Do you really want to be naming things in the middle of combat?
I'm sure it'll work out fine.
He works well under pressure, Talari. What are you on about?
Well, you say that, but he did rush towards his death. It's not working well under pressure.
Practice make
I guess so. How many times can a person
Talari,
die?
I
I suppose.
absolutely cannot rag anybody else out for running recklessly into a fight.
I suppose so. Yes.
I absolutely can't.
While Desi's distracted, can I ask around about people teleporting? See if I can book a slot.
To Savros Bar. So there's not a lot. There's not a lot of people. There's people. The majority of people here are just trying to finalize their business and go home.
Yeah, not in the bank.
You probably have to go to Thoradin's friend Anthurium Purplewind as a target.
Do I know where he is, or do I have to go ask Thoradin?
So you've been there a whole bunch of times because that's where you've been meeting Yell.
Yeah.
So it's the
scale on that flipping.
The blower.
I'll just drag Desi with me. I'll be like, let's go, Desi. Oh, and she's back. Hello, Desi. We're gonna go speak to Thoradin's friend and ask about people teleporting.
Oh yeah, of course. Thoradin has contacts in every city. Why would I not think of that?
So Krusk and Deszeldmiir are going to the Broken Mangonel to speak to Anthurium. Does everyone else also go, or?
No, I don't think there's much need. While you're doing that, I guess we'll go to the market. No sense for us all to talk to the teleporting person.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So
Daddy's gonna reach out and clap Deszeldmiir on the shoulder, like, "Good luck." yeah, pretty much.
You know, I really thought I'd get used to that by now, but still surprises me.
I'm assuming you disconnect Krusk and Deszeldmiir.
Yeah.
Cool. So Krusk and Deszeldmiir are going to talk to Anthurium, and the rest of you are up to your own devices. The marketplace been mentioned. You all happy to go to the market, or do you want to go to different places?
I think we're gonna go and hang around the market, trying to work out what will make a good ambush.
Sure.
Setting upping thingy.
Specifically for Deem.
We want to shop in the corner with the demon trapping company.
Well, this is awkward, right? Because there's demons in this town. So it's like, what would specifically kill your kind?
This is also the capital city of the Helm.
I know. Oh, I know.
Whose job it is to defend the realm from outside incursions.
Talari be like really awkward about like if
you're gonna find it.
If it's a demon,
you're gonna find it.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Also, we are not relying on it just being for demons because we've been actively told that it ain't.
There's a Warforge, yeah. Got the Warforge there.
Warforged.
Yeah, that's true.
So honestly, I think simple is best.
Or like a pit covered in leaves.
No.
Okay, that's you know.
Because how the fuck are we gonna fight anybody if they're at the bottom of a pit covered in leaves?
Emulation. In the hole.
I mean, yeah, that would work. That actually would work.
OC teleports.
But yeah, they can fucking teleport.
Oh god, yeah, well, yeah. There is that.
Bell can fly. I can cast fly as well.
They can, yeah.
The hot target can fly and teleport. So no, we're not going to dig a fucking pit trap.
I mean, the fact that
waste of time.
The fact that I know. Well, first off, Bell could teleport out of pretty much anything we put him in. Anyway, it's more about his underlings than anything else. Like any kind of like.
For goodness sake. Okay, like, no, stop. This is not to trap them.
Okay.
This is just to get them where we want them to be, without them knowing that we're there.
Okay.
So that we can jump out around them, right? And prevent the target from just fucking off. Or at least, hopefully give them a good enough reason to stay. What we don't want is us waiting over here, right? And them snaking up behind us, getting what they wanted and fucking off again.
We don't know how big this lake is, do we? At all.
It's described as a pool, so hopefully not very. But yes, this is why we want something to let us know when they're coming, where they are. Far more than something to trap them. Like, something to alert us. Or something to guide them in one direction. Because if you're hiking through a forest, take it from me, you don't just draw a line from here to here and march straight through it. You try and find the place with the least thorn bushes.
What did I use to detect those kobolds? That was a spell, wasn't it? That I use.
Locate creature.
Was it locate creature?
I have no idea how you detect.
Yeah, locate creature. Because if it's a matter of like finding out where they are, I mean, we know Bale. We know his name. She's seen him as well. Like, there's no reason why I can't ping him to find out where he is. And because even if he's like out of range of whatever that ridiculous range is,
yeah.
Well, I'd at least know the direction. So if he comes from like a bizarre direction, she would know about it. I'm trying to find it.
Doing that all day.
It's up to an hour. It's a it's a 4th level slot though. To put that into perspective, I have 3 level 4 slots.
Here's why you want something other than just brute forcing it with magic.
Don't want you wasting that.
No.
Like knowing roughly which direction he's coming from, great. Knowing how fast he's traveling, also great.
Well, but like I said, we've got. I mean, I think the way we did it with the kobolds, right, is like we ping it like at the end of the day, so we know.
Do you mean it wasn't kobolds? You're not talking about kobolds. Do you mean gnolls?
Sorry, gnolls. That's what I meant. Yeah.
That makes a hell of a lot more sense.
Yeah, sorry. They're they're similar in my brain. Yeah, the gnolls. Sorry. So because in theory, what we could do is before they rest, go into the house.
Yeah.
She can at least send the ping out.
We're not using the house while we're there.
Of course. Well, in the hut
We're
then.
not using the house while we're there, so they can't
So,
sneak up while we're not there. Get what they came from.
So before she goes into the hut, then before she does her rest, because she just she can do that to at least see what that progress is, right? And like, to be fair, she probably only needs to do that like maybe twice to get like just get like that speed,
Yeah. Well, hopefully, being between him and his target will give the needed incentive not to run away.
Let's expedite some of this. In the market, from me asking around, there's a couple of things that might be of use to you. The first of which is the magical noise traps, or noise traps, where you lay per 5 feet of wire you lay, you can decide whether the person who doesn't lay the wire down, once another person touches it, you can hear a bell in your head that someone has touched the wire. Similar to how the alarm spell works.
But you can do it in a bigger range or just like in lines or whatever.
Exactly. And so they sell at 10 gold per 50 foot of wire. There is what's called extra loud sticks, which is 1 silver per stick. And when you step on the stick, it makes an audible snap sound, audible within 200 foot. And there's the last thing, which is 1 silver per stick. And the last thing that could be useful is something called hollow logs. These hollow logs are 1 gold per log, and it is literally a log with the reduced spell cast on it for easy transport. And so, as an action, you can undo the reduced spell so it goes big again, and you can
hide
put it
inside the log.
Well, you can hide it, you can place it, you can do however you wish.
Nadia's just totally gonna hold up like this miniature log like this is amazing. She thinks they're great.
That's
I like the sticks out of those. The wire, he's gonna know something's up.
That's true, yeah.
But
although if you lay it on the ground,
yeah.
then you wouldn't necessarily notice it. All of these will be magic, and all of these will be detectable if anybody can detect the magic.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, a stick that makes a snap for 200 feet that's not an all stick.
It's a pretty loud stick.
That's a very loud stick. I mean, like it's probably more gonna cut. I mean, that's gonna cotton. He's gonna cotton onto that way more than like.
Oh, I thought it was just us hearing that.
No, for the wire, we're the only ones that hear it. But for the stick, everyone can hear it within 200 feet. I'm not personally understanding where I mean, the log is good for a surprise, I guess. I mean, I don't know what that's going to achieve for us. Just ant-manning a bunch of logs.
Yeah, I was just going to say ant-man stuff.
What it achieves is being able to jump out and stab our enemies in the back.
But we're not in the log. Are we in the logs?
You could be in the log. If you wanted to be in the log, you make it big again and then you hide in it, Talari. That's the point.
Then I've got to get out the log.
Or you can use it to lay down a path to redirect.
Yeah, or you can use it to make like an obstruction. Although most logs are fairly easily climbable over.
I mean, they're hollow as well. You just stand on them.
Yeah, but you'd have to wriggle out at the end of the log, Talari. I'm sure that you've got enough gumption that you can wriggle out at the end of a log.
I mean, the wire definitely. I mean, the wire seems the most useful to know where they are. And I guess the logs could be handy for, as you were saying, Nadia, to direct them to like a specific place, I guess. The sticks, I'm kind of with the stick might alert them more than it does us.
It's certainly a very loud stick.
Yes, but the sticks aren't normally 200 feet loud, you know.
There's loud sticks, which is only within 100 feet for 5 copper per stick.
I mean, we could just like lay it everywhere and make them very confused. Thinking like just lining the whole place in bubble wrap. That's very what this is. Yeah, exactly. That'd be confusing, right? If you walked into a room and it suddenly started sounding like bubble wrap, and there's no bubble wrap there, you'd be confused.
I would be confused. Yes. I quite like the wire actually. I reckon if you lay it on the floor, it would tell you if somebody was coming.
Yeah, I think if you put it like as you said on the floor,
tell you where somebody was coming.
If you do it like a tripwire, like Days Gone tripwire, that's they are going to notice that. But...
Exactly, but if you've just if you've just laid it down and then they stand on it,
Yeah.
and then you know they're there, then that tells you where they're coming.
You
Yeah.
camouflage it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Put some logs on top of it.
Some logs, and then they wouldn't touch it. The whole
Well,
point is
if
that
you
they
break the
not
log, you
touch
break
it.
the log, you know. Or when the log
Break the
expands.
log.
Or when the log expands, you know.
Why would the log randomly expand?
Oh, never mind. So yeah, we could potentially get all 3 of these, right?
Yeah, why not? And then we'll be prepared.
How much of each are you spending? Also, true sight doesn't mean detect magic as an important component. Bale can at will decide to detect magic, but it's not on all the time necessarily.
They'd have to have a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. So true sight.
But true sight sees invisible things, right?
No, it detects visual illusions.
Right.
I'll paste the description in the chat so we can all agree or whatever. But it's detecting visual illusions, and you succeed on saving throws against the illusions.
But it says see invisible creatures and objects.
Yes, but a magical stick isn't invisible.
No, I'm talking about. Oh, sorry, I meant.
So the
I was meaning that from the
sensor-
hut perspective.
So the sensor, yes, and like so for scrying, you can see the scrying sensor as well. But for like a stick in the ground, it is magical, but they won't inherently know there's magical or the tripwire or the log that it's magical unless they decide to do so.
So actually, Nadia's plan of us hiding in a log is probably a lot more effective than hiding in the hut because she'll see the hut. Right. Talari is not thrilled about hiding in a log, but fine. Okay.
You know what? We'll generate you a little log in the house that you can practice with.
Okay. Yeah, she probably would have to
so that you can practice whipping yourself out of it.
How are we gonna get one big enough? How are we gonna get one big enough for like Thoradin and Krusk? Like
they can have separate logs. Krusk can have an extra big log.
So they're quite like, you know, they have a lot of width.
Have a lot of width? That is just gonna absolutely cruise up on that description.
So, how many of which are you buying?
Remind me what they cost, Matt.
So it's 10 gold per 50 foot of wire for the magical noise traps. The extra loud sticks is 1 silver, but the loud sticks is 5 copper per stick, and the hollow log is 1 gold per log.
Okay, I mean, at least I think for this, I know. I think at least for the sticks, I think we only need the loud ones. We don't need the extra loud ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't need to see them coming that far away.
Yeah, and we don't want to alert something else, you know, because that's all 200 is really going to do is get more unwanted attention.
On the other hand, it might deafen our opponents, which might provide us with...
I guess. Yeah, but it'd probably deafen us as well. That's the only, you know, if it's that
only
loud.
If we were right next to it when it went off.
Yeah, true. Okay. Because the way I'm imagining this is that we kind of almost like surround the pool, or at least the outside of the pool. So you'd almost have like a ring of logs around the pool, except for a specific path. So kind of like, and then you'd have your wire along the outermost circumference.
We use the magic to work out roughly which direction they're coming from.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah. Because you want to, like, as you said, funnel them in one. So if you separate everything else off, you know, through logs or what have you, then it kind of almost looks like a natural path. Like this is how you get to the. Unless he feels real defiant and goes, "Fuck these logs, I'm going to stand over them." But it would at least have like a natural path, and then you lay that path with all the noise sticks, and at the entrance of the path you would have your wire.
Well, my idea was to have the wire as sort of a ring.
Yeah, like around that outer circumference of our logs.
In case they go somewhere.
Yeah.
No, around the pool.
Okay. Well, I thought we were going to have logs around the pool, so they can't get to it. I don't know if I can even draw this. No, not on that, because my daughter would be very angry if I drew on that. I'll draw on this.
You realise you can draw on roll 20, right?
I know, but that drawing for me is like difficult. I can try.
Really difficult.
It's I'll try to do on here. There's a circle. I'll do it in this top corner, sort of here. So if that was the pool, we'd have logs sort of here, sort of there on the outside of the ring.
What have you drawn? Oh yeah,
I've drawn
it on there.
Yeah, but then you would also have. Where's the? I'm going to try and freehand this.
I think I see what you mean.
So you kind of like have this also full of logs. Don't know why that came out as a different colour. Never mind. And then you'd have like the noise. The noise sticks would be like here. And then your wire. What would be a good grey? That one would kind of be like around there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so they hit the wire first.
That was my idea. That's why I was going to try and draw on paper because that'd have been a way better
They
drawing.
hit the sticks, and that's kind of why we move in.
Yeah, I mean you
could.
What,
so the sticks are like a signal for us. Yeah.
Yeah, and it would confuse them while they're in the path as well.
Yeah.
So that in theory they'd be all like funneled where those sticks are. And then Krusk can immolate the sticks or whatever whatever he wants to do. And so you've just got whatever element emulation is as well as setting off all the other sticks. So you just got this
massive
noisy
flashbang,
this noisy death.
Yeah. I know. I see what you're going for.
I mean,
but I'll tell you what. Let's get a load of logs then, and a load of sticks, and probably quite a lot of wire. I'm probably going to end up spending way too much gold on wire.
We'll see. How much wire do you want? Do you want 100 foot, 200 foot, 300 foot, 400 foot?
Look how big this damn pond is.
I'm gonna play it safe and get 500 foot of wire.
So that's 100 gold.
Yep.
10 lots of.
So add. How do you add? Is these an actual item or did you make them up?
Right before the session started, I was spitballing these ideas.
No, you made them up. It's just if I've got to put them in other, or if I can look them up on D&D Beyond.
I know that. Yeah, that'll be on.
Let's get loads of alarm wire. Let's get like a whole 20 logs.
How big are the logs? Like actual like tree or?
They're like person sized, right, Matt? So
So at the moment they're like finger size. So
yeah. I was thinking like
size of this ball thing almost.
Yeah.
When they get big, they're about 6 foot tall.
I think we're gonna need quite a lot. Assuming we're doing that, we'll need quite a lot. Because you need on the inner ring and then again on the outer ring.
Well, you guess how many logs we'll need then?
I don't know. 50?
That's a lot of logs.
I mean that's assuming we're doing. I don't know how big this pool is going to be.
Yeah.
Well, we can find a use for magical expanding logs, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you lob them at your enemy and
exactly Ant-Man it.
them halfway through. Yeah. At which point they get beamed in the face by a tree.
Yeah, exactly. They're wood grenades.
50 hollow logs.
A load of logs then.
That's 50 gold.
50 gold.
Hollow logs.
Right, I'll get the 50 gold for the logs.
And then the loud sticks are 5 copper per stick. How many do you want?
Yeah, the sticks you need that many.
So two sticks makes a silver. 20 sticks makes a gold.
How many sticks?
20 sticks. Just get 20 sticks. Get one whole gold's worth of sticks, and then they'll definitely stand on at least one.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that as well.
Let me just put the descriptions in the chat.
Right. Where's my other possessions? Here we go.
How many you bought?
Man logs times 50. And was it how many sticks was it?
20
loud sticks.
20 loud sticks, not extra loud.
Yeah.
Loud.
20 loud sticks.
Sticks, I fucking love it.
Alright, cool.
Thought
Could
you
we
got
put like
this.
the stick inside the log, and then when you throw it, it is like a flashbang, almost
You
like
need
sound
you,
of
so you,
grenade.
it's an action to undo the reduce spell. So it's you hold in the log action to make it big again, and then you have to throw it.
Can't we like throw it
Set
and use
going
an
and use it at the same time.
You have to be in contact with it to
Oh,
to undo
you
the
ruin all
reduce
my
spell.
fun.
man? Okay.
I have to because unless you attune to it, and then you could be like activate or whatever, and then
Oh
that's just
yeah,
completely wasted.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense. It's just funnier the other
And
way around.
Can
I
we
know.
make canon that like every single log has like a branch attached to it, and the way you set it off is to either snap the branch or like pull on it and then throw.
You need find familiar and just have a spider on each one, because then it counts as touching. Then you could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it, yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay, we are now kitted out.
6 foot. Yeah.
Watch him fly directly above the pool, just undermining the whole thing.
They just teleport us straight into the center.
We'll just take a bath. Just
Splash!
yeah. Skinny dips in the pool of Eldeath.
There you go.
That's what it's all for.
That's it. That's what it is.
That's why I
That's
finished
what you
wrong.
want.
Cleanses the
Skinny
pores. Just
dipping in the
cleanse
pool
them.
of
Just wants a
Eldeath.
bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
There
man's
you got a
got a wash.
description of the logs. 6 foot in length by 3 foot by diameter is typical, with some irregularities.
Yeah, we'll fit in that. Krusk, it might be a bit of a tight fit with Krusk. We might have to give Krusk 2 logs at an angle and put some branches over the top of them.
Yeah. Cool. So you shop to, you drop with logs, and you head back to your interplane home. For Krusk and Deszeldmiir, you head to Ethereum Purplewind, who recognizes you on sight. Goody for you. They are in their usual position behind on the top of a table, behind a desk on top of the table. And when you go into the Broken Mangonel, they see you going towards them, and well, hello. What can I do you for?
We need teleportation to Savros Ball.
Okay. When do you need it by? Do you need it by tomorrow? The day after? Now.
Well, tonight.
Oof. Okay. Expediency costs more, I'm afraid. Are you willing to spend and splash that gold?
What's your price?
Well, I need to know you're willing to spend first. Because
I am.
Okay. Give me 20 minutes and enjoy the bar, and I'll try and scrounge up some pigs for some gold, shall I?
So after you're negotiating with the teleporter guy, right?
I'm just
Ethereum.
asking Ethereum.
Ethereum. Ah,
Ethereum.
I'm just well, as they said, enjoy the bar. I'm just gonna put a silver down. Say, I'll take a really strong coffee.
Desi, are you sure?
Just coffee.
Still, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And for the good sir, to Krusk.
I'm quite hungry. What food do you have?
Oh, fuck's sake! This is.
You want a feedback?
Oh, what? Sorry.
A feedback? Feedback's silver.
Oh, yes.
And he literally comes out with like a bowl, quite sizable. They actually just pours the bag out of, and it's just full of an assortment of vegetables, meats of questionable sourcing, and just like in a like a marinade that's a little bit spicier than you would have expecting. Maybe that's to cover up the multitude of different flavors otherwise presenting, or to cover the expiriness of the meat. But it's got us food. It's filling food for a silver.
You just put food in a bag and then tip it out. I've got to write this down for Talari.
While I'm eating, I'm just gonna kind of sigh sadly and say, "What do you think City's eating right now?"
Oh, Krusk, I'm sure Suti's having a lovely bowl of milk. Probably had a couple of mice. I don't know, tuna. What the cats eat? I don't know.
I hope he's okay. Maybe I'll
Sure,
visit
that's
him on the
fine.
way back.
Yeah, well, don't forget you got the call 4 hours advance notice. You know,
I know.
let Arg prepare for your arrival. You know, he might want to floof up Suti. Just want to make sure that can happen.
Perhaps when we arrive at our destination.
If we have time, I don't see why not. Maybe you could do like a little sending stone communication with Arg at some point. Just ask how Suti's doing.
Yeah, can I do that? Can I just text Arg and just be like,
X-Star.
I'll just be like, hey Arg, thinking of you, Exo. Also thinking of City. How is he?
You got your sending stone.
Yeah.
We just say
Only
EXO.
6 people on sending stones, right, Matt?
I just want you to know you've got another. Yeah, you've got another 12 words if you want them.
12 words, okay. Missing both City and you. We should meet. How many words do I have left?
XO.
3
3
words.
more.
Yeah, just
Isn't that how many words we'll have left as well? Use words. Just cuts off.
Can I do like a fish sign, like a like the arrow key, what's it called? Like the less than sign and then like a 3. I'll just do that.
How would
you're speaking the words? You should say fish.
Oh
You
yeah.
can't send an emoji.
I want to send you an emoji.
Oh my god.
You bastardizing the intent of a sentence. Oh,
You can't send an emoji.
Wow.
old school text. This is
Trust
cool.
the inventor of emojis in sending spells.
Like winky face. It's cool. So yes, you get a response from Ark. He says, yes. Let me know when you're thinking of popping by, and don't forget the 4 hours window. And best of luck doing whatever you're doing. Bye.
Okay.
So it's okay.
Krusk. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they gave you all the information you needed about how Suti was doing.
Just want to hug him, I mean, yeah. All right. Maybe once things have calmed down a bit, I'll go visit him. We stop off somewhere for the night.
Yeah, I think if everything's calmed down, there's no reason you can't visit. But again, 4-hour window. Got to give. Arg is a very, very important person, Krusk. Okay, busy schedule.
That's
And
true.
if you want better to book it in than to have to wait for 4 hours for him to be available to see you. Right?
That's true. I mean, I was just thinking about what you said about no regrets, and maybe I should see City before we possibly march off and die.
Well, I wonder is if maybe there's something else than the sending spell. Maybe there's a way to like visually see something without actually having to be there. I feel like that should be something magic is capable of. Yeah, like a illusion call or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not very catchy though. It needs like a short sword.
No, it needs to be better than that, doesn't it?
Well, we're going to the divination city, aren't we? Maybe they'll have something.
Maybe it's all about watching things, faith.
A watch box.
Watch box. Oh, it's a bit catchier.
Yeah. We'll work on it.
I really won't.
So, by the time you finish your food, Krusk, and Therium flies over as they do, and they land in front of you, and they have a cheeky grin on their face.
Oh.
Well, looks like I find a willing volunteer to take you to the Severus spot. Who actually's been there before. Lucky us. Ain't going to be cheap though. Are you still willing to pay the price?
You haven't told me the price.
Are you willing to pay a price?
Yes, I'm willing to pay a price. Otherwise, I wouldn't have fucking. Yes, I'm willing to pay the price.
Wonderful. Come with me, please. And he starts to fly off in a direction.
Fucking flying. Fucking Jesus.
Do you follow Ethereum?
I follow Ethereum. By the helmet's breath, I will hold myself. Wait, punching this guy in the fucking face.
So you follow Ethereum, and eventually, when you get into it takes you past through the curtains that you've been through before to go to the blower room. And instead of going to the blower room, it takes you into a different room. This one has 3 seats and a table around it, and Ethereum comes along and says, "Have a seat. There'll be a log shortly." And just be willing to pay their price.
Oh,
And off they fly off.
Getting the feeling this might be something other than gold, but
I'm
After
sure it will be fine.
after about 5 minutes of waiting in the curtained room, a familiar face comes through the room, and it is Seb, the Bastion of Peace.
Hold the fucking phone.
Seb, what are you doing here?
Hello. Hey, Ethereum said you guys needed to go someplace.
Aren't you going to be in a different city? No, wait, hold the phone here. So, wait, Seb at the
Yes.
moment. Cool.
Correct.
Okay, Seb. Nice to see you again. You can teleport?
I got a few tricks on my sleeve.
Okay, well, Floaty over there kept saying there's a price. What's your price?
Yeah. So for this one, I'm afraid. So last time, I covered you guys for the travel. This time, it's not going to cover this time. So I'm afraid it's going to cost a mean penny of around 200 gold.
Fine.
Is that it?
Oh, okay. Well, 200 gold usually is like a whole nearly a year's worth of savings for somebody. So just you never know.
It is?
Well,
Fuck, we're rich.
Oh yeah, like on a hey, if you're one of the if you're not one of us, the high tier cream cheese people, you're going to be facing like a gold a day earnings, and that's like if you're lucky, like if you're good at your job. Otherwise, it's like less than that, and that's not including like your house payment, your food, it's like
Shit,
that
we
all
spend
costs.
gold like all the time. Is there like a poverty problem? Should we be aware of this?
You've seen homeless in places, right? That
Well,
homeless people exist. So
yeah, but I thought they were like
check your
faking
privilege.
to be part of the thieves. Like that was a.
How dare you assume that homeless people are all part of the thieves guild? That is disgraceful.
No, it's just a
I
general
thought better of
theme.
you. Just
Technically, we were homeless until a while back.
I mean, technically.
so you know the
I'm
plight
not-
of many homeless people.
Yep. Yeah, I'd also like to discuss with you sometimes about the exploitation of the slave class and the working class.
Yeah, holy
I feel
fuck.
very strongly on this
This
matter.
is something, yeah, as we are part of the Justice Collective, we're all about justice. We should really, yeah.
Yeah.
After we sort out world-ending problems, I think this is something. Looking at course, this is genuinely something we should probably look into.
Yeah, so I'm against the exploitation by the bourgeois, whatever they are.
Which was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, I agree with you. Absolutely, Krusk.
Yeah.
Let's
Been studying.
Can you please proffer my cost, and then we'll be on our way.
Oh yeah, sure. Goes into bag.
Thank you kindly. Just stacks at a time, just counts. Yep, that's all there. In his bag straight away. Right. You guys had lunch recently?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Krusk just did. Krusk ate some stuff, but
Well, claps hands on both your shoulders. Well, hope you still have. I hope you don't lose any of it. And bang, off you go.
Wow,
And
just use circles.
and you guys teleport to Savraspol.
Woo.
It is so. You've been teleported before by Arg. This is not the teleport of a polished teleporter. It is bumpy.
janky.
It is. You think that when you arrive in Savraspol, you're probably about an inch from being like placed in a wall right next to you. Like you think you're that close to
Me and Krusk
being.
merge for a minute, and then
You think you're that close to being like, all of a sudden just appearing in a wall at Savraspol. But you're there, and Zeb goes, "Well, that was fun. Not bad for a first
Oh.
time, eh?"
What?
Hi. You've never teleported before.
Ah,
Dude, even I did it on a rock before I teleported somebody.
what's the fun in that? Right. Well,
Soul didn't eat anything before that.
well, best of luck on whatever you're doing here, and maybe I'll see you around.
Oh,
And
wait.
off Seb goes off into the
Thanks.
Savraspol.
Like,
And you are situated basically on right by the equivalent north gate of Savraspol. Just probably a bit closer to there.
right. Well, I guess should we go? I guess we can find out in the morning about the teleportation circle if you want to write it down.
I was say, can I go write it down quickly? You never know. You never know.
It depends on if they're open. They were just closing back in. Is there a time difference here? I don't think there's a time difference here. It's not that
There's no
far away.
All right, we can do it tomorrow.
Time zones don't really exist here. This makes it easier. Maybe they should. Time zones don't exist here. But yeah, it's about 6 o'clock in the evening by the time that you get to Anthurium. You've had like your food. Anthurium finds the person, and then they come to you, and then you're there.
Okay.
I'll get it in
Now,
the morning. That's okay. Then.
Matt, I have a question. On my
Yeah.
letter, is there a
Yeah.
return address?
There is their name and the city.
Okay, so they're definitely here at the very least. That's definitely.
Maybe they're well known. I mean, they've lived a long time. People must know who they are. We can just ask around.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so I guess ask around. Fuck, we should have brought Thoradin. He knows everyone.
That's okay. Watch this. I'm just gonna ask like around in person. Hello.
No, Krusk. I'm
It's very
so
nice
sorry.
to meet you. I'm Krusk. I'm from the Justice League.
Hello.
Just
Oh,
collective.
no, I'm-
Justice
League.
Collective.
Anyway,
Justice League.
we're looking somebody, and their name. Go like look at Desi.
Okay, this is do you by any chance know of the Oristina family? Arendil?
It's sorry, Oristina is not a name I recognise, and
Okay,
off they carry on.
goodbye. Okay, Krusk. Little, just bring it in.
I mean, there's someone right there.
Maybe we should talk to someone who might either know a lot of people or might have a little bit more an address kind of knowledge. Like, I don't know, the church priests,
City
the
Hall.
guards, the inns.
City Hall. They must pay taxes or have
City
like a house
Hall?
registered or something.
City Hall. Great idea, Krusk.
Thank you.
Random fucking people in the street. Less good.
Hey, there was a 50-50 chance of it working.
That was more like 10%.
So you go to City Hall.
Yep.
Cool.
On the way there, I begin. I just look at Krusk and I just go, okay, so as you're here with me, I should probably explain what the letter said.
Okay.
So the reason we're here today and the reason that I am what I am and that I was raised by the people that I was raised to is because he sold me in an attempt to resurrect my mother. Which sounds... that's pretty much the Cliff Notes.
Right. Did what? I mean, was he apologizing in the letter? Was he just explaining? Or
yeah, no, I'm pretty... he said sorry. He was regretful. He was in a dark place, I think. It sounded like my mother was his world, everything to him. And when he did get the chance to bring her back, he didn't want to come back. And I don't know if that was a reflection on what he did, on if she was at peace, or what. But
see. So
yeah.
this is, I mean, this isn't the reunion I was imagining. How do you?
No, Krusk, the reason I need you here is because that just to stop me doing something stupid if I start to do something stupid. I don't know if I'm going to be angry. I don't know if I'm going to
I mean,
be violent. I don't know if I'm going to be happy, upset, sad.
I don't want to disappoint you, Desi, but I mean, I'm not sure if I will stop you if you are angry. To be honest, I mean, you know,
Krusk, and she grabs you by like your pauldrons.
Yeah.
And literally points you towards him. Krusk, I need you to stop me doing anything stupid.
Okay. After a long moment, I'll nod because I'll just say like, okay, for you, Desi, I will. But anyway, yeah, we'll leave it there because it's not about me. But yeah, if you want me to, I will.
Thank you.
So you enter City Hall. It is like past closing time, as it were, but there is like an information desk still open. It's like, as you've been to City Hall a few times, there's usually always one open. So the usual hubbub of the city is like not there, and it's just very quiet. The occasional like a mercenary, you can guess by how they're equipped, just walk straight up the stairs and straight to the mercenary area upstairs. But the ticket desk is the information desk is open.
Hi.
Hello.
I was just wondering, do you know where people live? And I get out the letter, not in a creepy sense. Look, I got this letter, and I'm trying to, and I kind of fold the letter back to hide the rest of the content and just leave like the signed name.
Sure.
Just trying to find Arindil Oristina.
The Oristina. Okay. I will check my records and see what I can drum up. Give me
Thank you.
two minutes, please.
Take your
And
time.
they go to their back room, and you hear like the moving of like shelves sliding back open and forth a few times, and they come back and they look a little bit like they're trying to prepare to placate you. Sure, you can read people a little bit better. There's a 3 Oristinas on recent record within the last 500 years, and all 3 are recorded as deceased, I'm afraid.
Can I see their names?
Sure, there is a. But you check my. There is an Arendil Oristina, noted about 20 years ago, as deceased 20 years ago. There is a Alenia Oristina, recorded as dying about 200-ish years ago, and there's a Danedia, if I can do my own pronunciations of words. Danelia Oristina also is recorded as deceased, similarly
there's-
about 200 years ago.
And you don't know if there's any other family, any other relatives.
I'm afraid not, but I believe at this church, such a recent deceased, the priests there might recollect such a person.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Oh wait, sorry. Before we go, does it have causes of death on this thing?
It does not.
Okay.
It's just
And does it
see
have like
they-
former residence? Like, do we know where he lived? Might be something still there.
It was
It
20 years ago.
does.
Krusk.
Right,
You
I
can
mean,
check it out.
you never know. Might be worth checking out. We're here after all, so
That's true.
So the address points to. I'll mark it on the map. To blue lines. Points to
I
about there in the city.
think maybe we should talk to the church first.
yep.
Terry like very sunkenly trudges towards the church.
Yeah, Grass doesn't really know what to say, so I'm just gonna kind of walk in silence next to her.
So as you're walking through the streets of Savrisbol, you get a sense that the majority of the people here are travelers, aren't necessarily locals. There are a lot of people. So to the south of the city, there's lots of like people trying to like, not necessarily to you, but to people around you, to like, don't forget, go see the seer at the in the Saffron Bowl. Go see the seer. Get your fate read. Trying to coerce you to do that, or they're saying, don't see the seer. They go see our guy, put down this alleyway, and so on and so forth. This is what you generally get the general hubbub. There's like a tourist destination, that you kind of get a vibe, and there's people with lots of hubbub trying to get their fate or their basically their fate determined or understood, hopefully for some.
I'm gonna note that down.
Get your tarot card reading.
Yeah, a little bit like that. It's a bit like you're not quite sure. You can't quite be sure if it's legit or if it's like just to take money off people or not. It's a real, like, it could be, because magic is magic. It could literally
Mixed
be.
bag.
Yeah. So you finally make your way to the church, and again the temple of Savras is like split into like two sides of actually no, sorry, split into three. So the good, the bad, and the good, the neutral, and the evil, where people who are seeking a good faith will go to the good side. People who believe they are of a neutral fate or deserve a neutral fate will go to the neutral, and those seeking an evil fate will obviously go to the evil fate side. But there is priests abound, not judging anybody's predilections or opportunities, and really that you can tell that the side splitting is more to avoid fights that could break out between people over here, quests and such, especially between the good and the evil as direct opposites. Not that a neutral person would like what anyone says either way, but it's just the general balance of things. There's a priest to greet you to say of which fate are you wishing to be guided by.
I'm not looking for a fate of future. I am looking for the past.
Okay.
I'm looking for family, and I think they have passed on, but I don't know much about what has happened to at least one of them.
Did you leave your family on good terms?
The terms were not mine.
I'm gonna shake my head behind Desi.
They look at Krusk. Okay.
Just
So
like
they
tiny, like Desi and just hulking, Krusk behind
just
it.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah, you've got Desi there all nervous, and then there's Krusk behind her, just like.
So yeah, so I think for potentially for the past that you've sought or that has found you, perhaps the more neutral area you probably recommend. Just take a seat, and somebody will come around to you and try and get a gist of what you're trying to seek here. Okay,
I pull up a pew.
you pull up a pew, and eventually a priest of Savras does come to you and say, "Child, how may I serve you today?"
Um, my name is Deszeldmiir, Oristina. I'm not sure if you would know me by another name. I was quite young, but you may have known Elenia, Oristina, and Arendil, Oristina. I know what happened to Elenia, but can you tell me what happened to Arendil?
I know that name, but I don't believe I'm the right person to tell the story. If you give me 2 minutes, I will find the best person for you.
Okay.
And they go off, and the high priest eventually of Savras comes to you. They are draped in a very fine white with gold filigree on them. Within the decorations, there is lots of iconography of a person sitting cross-legged with like hands out and and people on either side of them being angry and happy and or joyful or with gold and all sorts of or poor, a real variety show of different fates the Sapphiros can offer you or does provide you, as it were. They They are half elf. Look fairly old. Look a very old half elf, and they sit down next to you. And so, you are the daughter of Elenia and Lendil.
I would say, how do you know? But this is the place of future seers. So, yes, I am.
I would like you to know that Elendil confided in me once they overcome the stupor that they were under, and I tried to help guide Elendil to try and rediscover you after you were lost. It seems that it's been too long, I'm afraid.
A few decades late, apparently.
Yes. But at least you were here. And I'm sure they would appreciate the fact that you've come.
What happened to him?
So, to be here, you read his letter.
Yes.
After he wrote it, he was actually going to seek to become a priest. Now, if I'm assuming that you have, by recognizing the Oristina name, that and not having your old name given to you, not using that name either, that you are no longer tied to the people who took you.
I have left that life behind.
I'm sure that will lighten Lendel's heart even further. However, Elendil was aware, and I was aware, that the people who took you were priests, and that Elendil was trying to find a way, finding his way to becoming a priest, to allow them to get into doors that could not have been opened otherwise, to try and still find you. Unfortunately, they were traveling close to the walls of the wastes, and some undead managed to break through, and they managed to slaughter the whole party that he was with.
So he was going to join the people that took me to find me?
He was becoming a priest of Savareth as an aid to, as you may be aware, many of our priests go out and about the realm, and I had agreed with the lender that that's perhaps the best way to try and leave this surrounding and try and find you elsewhere. Find themselves in other priesthoods, in other circles that naturally aren't open to any mortal.
Not being funny or anything, but don't you people see fate? Could it not have been avoided? Did he not know the risks he was taking?
Find you, I think we both agreed that any opportunity was the right path. The undead that managed to break through is such a random occurrence. It is the undead are a blight against those walls, And while we send many warriors out to try and fight what's there, it is a uphill battle. And I could not grant him any extra favor by giving them a task that I could not give to any other prospective priest. It is natural to ask any priest or any prospective priest to go and watch the walls, to aid any help to make sure the walls are open in time and closed in time for any people trying to leave. It is a responsibility all of us so close to the walls have.
20 years ago.
I'm afraid so, yes.
We got so close. I think I can't decide if Krusk is standing next to me or probably sitting next to me, but either way, I think Desi's probably going to grab his hand right about now. Do I
Yes,
have...
please.
Is there anyone else? Did my mother have family? Anyone?
Fortunately, all your mother's parents left after she passed, not wanting to be reminded by the surroundings. A city that they couldn't feel safe in anymore.
Right. And
Last I heard, they were going to the capital. But where they went beyond that, I'm not sure. I can't be sure.
were they... My father... Was there anything left to bury? Is there a marker? Anything for him?
There is a small glade out closer to the walls where all those who are slain by the walls are given a tree where they and the rest of their body is planted as proof that life does go on.
And my mother, is she buried here?
She was buried. She was cremated here.
Is there somewhere I could sit near her? Somewhere I have so much to say to someone, even if it is air.
I understand. If you'd like to come with me, and I'll show you to a quiet place that might do the trick.
Heavily pull on Krusk's hand just to get up.
Yeah. Okay.
And then very slowly walk behind.
So they take you east out of the city, and there is like a similar, like an orchard, which is like dedicated to the people who have passed away. There's trees they take you to basically the section of trees that were planted 200 years ago, similar to the time where she passed away. And this is the quiet places that we gift ourselves to remember the lost. I hope it brings you some peace.
Thank you.
And they leave you to your quiet contemplation.
Desi sinks down to her knees. Probably place a hand on like the root of this tree. Hi. I'm really sorry for what happened to you. And I don't know why you didn't come back. I think I wish you did, so it wasn't so much for nothing. And I hope the peace you found is worth it. I hope you found peace together in some way. I don't even know what you look like. Oh, what your skin feels like. Don't know the smell of your hair. I wish I could have known a piece of you. A piece of Arendelle than just this note. Just these words on the page. And maybe at the end of my time, perhaps somewhere in whatever comes after, we could talk.
You feel a unseasonably warm breeze blow through you as you talk. From the brooch that was left for you, there's like a flutter inside it as the breeze goes through you. That's like a connection there.
Clasp the brooch. I think she'd probably kneel in quiet for a good long while after that.
And for next time on the Ascendant Lands, what further heartbreak can Deszeldmiir suffer? Or not? Who knows?
I mean, she's had one hell of a day so far. Give her a break,
Until-
Matt.
Until next time on the Ascendant Lands.